So your challenge or focus, we have the Three of Ghosts. And I think this is the third time this card has come up in the readings this month. So this is the Cups suit, equivalent to the Cups suit in this little whimsical deck here. So Three of Cups, that is normally my reunion card. And so this indicates a coming together with old friends, coming together with people maybe you haven't seen in a while or spoken with in a while in order to celebrate something, have a good time. So some of you may be attending weddings, attending events. For some of you, maybe it's a Halloween party. That would be the obvious thing. But, or it may just be a small group. There may be just you and two other people, getting together, reconnecting. For some of you, this could be somebody you didn't think you would see again. Maybe they came back around during that Mercury retrograde period in September, because that can bring people from our past back. So, maybe you kind of reconnected in September and now you're making plans to kind of get together in October, or you're going to be seeing each other in October at some point, or planning a trip, or if you live far away from each other, planning to see someone. Now, this does not have to be a former romantic partner, although it could be for some of you. It could also be a family member that you thought maybe you had a falling out. You thought you'd never speak to them again or hear from them again, or somebody from high school. I mean, it could be anybody, an old coworker. When this card comes up in the upright, though, it's generally someone that you are happy to hear from. It really kind of depends on what else we've got on the table here, but with the runes surrounding this, it seems like this is somebody that you hope to hear from, but you didn't really think you ever would hear from them again. And then lo and behold, here in October, they pop up again. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pleasant surprise. This is a karmic connection, whatever this is. So no matter what kind of relationship this is, there's definitely, this is somebody that you've got some karmic stuff you're working out, karmic tests and lessons and rewards, give and take, that sort of thing. And so coming together and finding out how you're going to move forward is going to be, it has the ability with weird here to change your life. So that may be why it's coming up as your focus. It's that big of a deal. This could be really, really good or really, really bad. And a lot of it is probably going to depend on how it was in the past or how it was before you parted ways, Taurus. So my battery light is blinking at me. So we're going to take a small, brief pause. And I will be right back to continue. And we're back. Sorry about that, Taurus. But yeah, as I was saying, this is a karmic reunion, whatever this relationship is. That is the focus and or challenge of October. For some of you, this could be somebody that you had settled a lawsuit with, because we do have the rune of legalities. Also, justice is here in reverse. So, I mean, there could have been a lawsuit, a divorce, legal parting of the ways, breaking of a contract, something that occurred where you or the other person felt like it was unfair. And this could have been in the recent past, or it could have been, from many, many moons ago. But yeah, maybe you thought, oh, I'm never going to hear from this person again because this ended so kind of, contentiously, or, maybe the divorce was a little bit hairy, or a legal separation has gotten a little bit hairy. And now all of a sudden, maybe they want to meet and work out terms, or they want to go to a mediation or work things out. So, because in the present, what you have coming up with the Justice card in reverse and in some of these runes is, contracts, negotiations, or legal settlements or cases that have run into some problems when it comes to negotiating. There may have been confusion, a lack of communication. Somebody may have been trying to manipulate the situation, or you may have felt that way about the other party, or they vice versa may have felt that way about you. For some of you, it could be a will or inheritance situation that has been frustrating and delayed due to maybe someone trying, just a lot of conflict between the parties. And your focus is to get this settled, get this worked out in October, to get it finalized. And some of you, it may just be like, you want to celebrate that it's over. That's your focus or challenge, is to get it to that point. For some of you, this could be just a broken contract, or somebody that, could have been a client, or your contract with an employer, or if you're the employer, with an employee, and maybe it's been kind of difficult, and a lot of confusion, maybe while Mercury was retrograde in September. A lot of confusion going on around the negotiations and feeling like you're being taken advantage of, or the other party feeling that way. If you can just be patient, I feel like moving into October, this is the energy. There may still be some things that need to be hammered out, or there may be a lull in the communication, but it does seem like it's going to come back around in October, and things will be hammered out. Details will be worked out. Negotiations will be resumed. And you will finally be able to leave this situation behind. Many of you by the end of October. If not, definitely before the end of the year. But October, you could make significant strides in any type of legal or contract situation where you are negotiating, and where you may feel like one party's not being on the up and up, or trying to kind of take advantage of you. Or they feel like you're doing that. And for some of you, this could be with members of your own family. So over an inheritance or a will. And, I don't have an indication of a death in the family or anything on the table. So it does seem like this would be something that already, for many of you, most of you, occurred previously, if that's how it's working out. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, we have the Page of Pumpkins in reverse. So some of you, this is custody. This may be custody, part of a divorce settlement, part of a separation agreement, that sort of thing. Page of Pumpkins. The pumpkins in this deck are equivalent to the pentacles in other card decks. But this is normally a child, so this could be normally associated with earth sign energy like yourself. So a Taurus child, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, or someone behaving like a child. But I feel like in the reverse, this is a page who is, or a child who can be quite selfish, can be quite a handful. They're doing poorly in school. They're not being a good student. And this is coming up as a help to you, though. So, it could be that this is a child that needs a specialized focus when it comes to education, learning. Maybe this is what the dispute is over. You or your partner, or a soon-to-be ex-partner, I'm sorry, because this does seem to be like a situation where you're co-parenting but are not together anymore. This child needs specialized attention, or he or she may need more of a specialized school that focuses on helping kids that are, not maybe, it could be any reason why maybe they're having trouble focusing or trouble really applying themselves, or even absorbing what they're being taught. So there may be some issues coming up around moving or changing a child's schooling, changing their location. That may be what's coming, or payment for a specialized education, or that sort of thing. But this is coming up as a help to you. So I feel like whatever the reasons for doing this, they are legit. And because it's coming up as a help to you, it seems like you are, in most cases, Taurus, going to be the one kind of pushing for this relocation or this change so that this child can get the attention that they need or deserve so that they can excel in school. Now, for some of you, this could just be a course of study, but I mean, this may be a school or a program that you are trying to get into, but it would be away from home. Maybe it would be, you know, if you're living with your parents and you're thinking about going to college next year, but it's really a school you want to get into. Help is going to be, it's going to be a help for you to kind of get out of your environment and move away, even though your family, your parents may not want you to go, or maybe you feel like I may get homesick, or that may cloud my ability to focus. Yeah, for those of you considering going to school out of state, or who have a child who's considering that, even though you may be kind of like, that's going to be tough for me, it's going to be a really good thing, because again, it's coming up as a help to you. So these may be issues you're dealing with, and again, it'll play out differently for all of you in October. For some of you, this could just be as simple as your kids are going to go trick-or-treating. If you live here in the States and celebrate Halloween, your kids are going to go trick-or-treating with your ex, and you're sad about it. Maybe it's the first year that you haven't had them to take out, or they're not going to be with you. They're going to be doing something else, but it's actually coming up as a help to you, because maybe you're going to go out to a party and meet someone, or maybe you're going to just have a really good time being with adults on Halloween for a change. There's some element or accentuation with children. They're the key or the catalyst to making a change that you want to make. Or even coming to terms, settling this legal situation. Now, what must be accepted about October? We've got the Sun card in reverse again. A lot of associations with children and kids. So children and kids are a theme in October, not just because it's Halloween and they go trick-or-treating and dress up and all that stuff. But you've also got the Rune of Joy coming up here. That's the one that fell on the floor, by the way. So with the Sun card in reverse, that's still a good card. It just means recognition or reward or graduation. In the reverse, though, it may not fully be here yet. It's like you get word of it, or something's almost done. You're almost to the point where you can celebrate the conclusion of something, or the acknowledgement or the reward of something, but you're not quite there yet. Still have, so for many of you, by the end of October, it's like you've made progress. You're almost there, but it's still not quite concluded. You still don't have a decision. You haven't yet heard back, but it's on the way. It's just a matter of being patient. You may find yourself very impatient, though, in October, Taurus, for whatever this is, whatever it is that you're waiting on, this conclusion. I feel like for many of you, you want something to be done so you can move on with your life, but it's still kind of, you still got to wait on some finalizing, or, and that's okay. If you do kind of rush things through, or if you do kind of pressure people or push people to rush decisions or rush negotiations or rush any of that, you could end up damaging the outcome. So just keep that in mind, Taurus. Now, at the end of October, we have yet another child, Page of Imps. Page of Imps is equivalent to the Page of Wands in other decks. So yeah, those of you, especially with 2 or more children, they're definitely going to be a theme. And I see you having good, joyous times with them. So even if maybe they're going trick-or-treating somewhere else, or maybe they're at an age now where they don't want to do that anymore, but they want to go to a party with their friends, you're still going to have a lot of together time, a lot of fun times with the kids in October. And whatever change this is making, for some of you, this could be the same child, and it's just they're having problems. If they're having problems in school, having problems being goal-oriented, again, no matter what the issue may be around learning and their abilities as a student, whatever changes you're trying to make are ultimately going to, you know, make this child more active in his or her education. They're going to be more exuberant or excited about it. They're going to have more enthusiasm about school. And for some of you, maybe it's that you get them more involved in after school stuff, or maybe that's what you're trying to work out with your co-parenter. You know, if the kid gets involved in this, who can pick them up? Can you work this out? Can you drop them off because I'll be at work? That sort of thing. It could just be scheduling, but and this could just be a child getting involved in something at school that they're very excited about because they're good at it and they really enjoy it, and it kind of bleeds out into the rest of their experience. But yeah, definitely you kind of hanging out with kids, coming together with family or friends with kids. Whether or not you celebrate Halloween in October, this is going to be a theme. There could be a kid's birthday party, or somebody could be announcing that they are pregnant. It could be you are celebrating having a baby shower, going to a baby shower, preparing for one. Maybe you're hosting it, or you and a group of friends are hosting it. There's a happy outcome to October. And yeah, it has to do with children, babies, or childlike enthusiasm about something. So if it's just you going to a Halloween party because the kids are with someone else for a change, you're really going to have a great time. You may even go as a character or as someone or something that kids like, maybe like a Disney character or something. So there may be some connection to kids, even with if you're going to like an adult Halloween party, but you're going to have a really, really good time. So I do encourage you, Taurus, to focus on the fun times and the opportunities to have fun and celebrate things in October, because it looks like there are going to be at least one, maybe several reasons to celebrate in October. And a lot of it may be due to or because of your children, or you know, young people around you, or hosting events kind of celebrating children in some way.